Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is December 1st, 2022, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the markets explode after Fed Chairman Powell makes a statement that he's signaling that they will increase interest rates at a smaller rate, which means that inflation is in check, at least for now. Major economic events scheduled for today. So we start out at 3:30 South African time out of the United States. We have a core PCE index number coming out. And then 5 p.m. out of the United States, ISM manufacturing PMI numbers coming out. Now looking at the various markets as response to this statement yesterday, Forex symbols, US dollar slides and sells off major pairs. Now looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both explode. And looking at commodities, gold and oil rally higher. Now, the stocks across the board, they just gained. We're going to take a look at each individual one. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin gains on the upside. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're starting with our favorite one, the Euro USD, and we're right there. We're at that top of that level, but not breaking higher. Today's going to be a very decisive day because if we are truly stronger, then we should break above this 105-ish level and take that up on the level. Now, I'm not sure that that's going to happen because we don't have the volume to carry us higher here. So this is something that I'm going to be looking at very carefully, as this is going to be resistance-ish area for today. Now looking at the GBP also, it topped out at this level, and the dollar getting a slightly stronger here ahead of the curve, and that could be just something to do with the GBP. Now looking at the Australian dollar also gaining just a little bit here on the upside, just broke out, but then retracing as well. So this is something I'm going to keep an eye on because this breakout could be a fade that's going to be something that's going to carry us actually lower. Okay, and we're going to take a look at that in just a second. Now looking at the Japanese yen, this is the one that took the most to 136, and we broke that 138 support level. So this is really the next support level, 135. So consider that we're going into today's trading session with perhaps a rebound. Okay, as you can see, we're already kind of rebounding right now at the bottom of the range. Now looking at commodities, gold gains to 1776, up about $25 from our low of 1751, and so this is at the top of the range as well. So I'm not celebrating this so quickly because I need to see follow through. If we don't get that follow through later today, we can see it trade lower. Now looking at crude oil, also got a nice little pivot up, right? This was our V formation, took it higher, but now it's leveling off. So, you know, the markets could be leveling off at these levels. I'm looking at the Dow Jones. Look at this. I mean, this is just unbelievable. That's the news yesterday, and that's the response to it. And now we're trading at 34,583 as we're kind of like not sure which way we're going here. Because if there was some follow through, there would be some follow through. And I'm looking for that, but we might not get it. Okay, now I want to make a differentiation because the last time this happened, okay, we went orbital about a month ago when on November 9th, just about 3.5 weeks ago, we went orbital after the Fed made a rate statement decision. It wasn't just a statement, it was a rate decision, and we went up from 32,400-ish level to 33,300-ish level. It was a 1,000-point move, and sure enough, that's what we got here. But you see that the umph is not there, the volume is not there, it's not carrying us. If we look at that, let's just carry that forward right there. That's the volume right here. There's a lead up to it. Here, there's no lead up to it. It's actually going down. So I'm inclined to think that this is going to be a fade move. It's going to come back somewhere over here towards the end of the year until the next rate decision, until we see where ourselves. I mean, come on. We've made back, okay? Look at this. I mean, over the past year, the markets have been so volatile, so many opportunities to make money on the downside, and then within a month, we're coming back over 60% comeback. Now, it's a decent comeback. It's a very decent comeback relative to where we are, but just feels like we're not really have the umph to move higher. Now, the NASDAQ did get that umph as well, did get that push to 12,000, but again, it's not what I would expect it to be, somewhere at 13,000 relative to the Dow. But the stocks did gain. If we look at Apple, look at that. It's orbital, 147 from 140. If we look at Facebook, big numbers up to 117. Microsoft also to 254, even breaking the 200-day moving average on a 4-hour chart, but not as important as a daily chart. So let's keep it in mind. So the next few days are going to be really very important to see if this was just a fade or this is really something to look at. Now, the information that we're getting is not consistent, and the inconsistent information is JP Morgan made new highs, okay, and close to its all-time highs. It's trading with the Dow. It's very clear that it's trading with the Dow. So this is something I really want to keep an eye on to see if this is really going to extend its gain moving forward. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, nice little push up to 17,000. We finally got it, as this is just slowly inching its way back, okay? This is an ABC move, so this may be the top of the move. So just keep a light eye on it, as this is still very volatile, very indecisive. Just trading in a range. We are at the top of that range, so keep that in consideration. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.